Hey everyone. Hey Angela. I hope you can hear me. Hi Deborah. Welcome. This is going to be a little bit different than usual. I hope everyone is having a great weekend. It is absolutely gorgeous here today. It's cold, but it's pretty. Figured we'd do a few of the updates that are going on in the true crime community, and I wanted to explain a few things going on with me. So, and Deborah, I think you might be new to the channel. This is not normal, so please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. It's very weird to not be in my usual setup. So, I know if you've read the description, you've seen the fundraiser that's in the description. The channel, Dear Terms of Service, who created our intro, also shared that on their community tab. And so I was like, I'm going to go live and kind of give some updates on what's going on and explain to people because I haven't talked much about it. The Friday after Thanksgiving, I was lifting something and heard a huge pop. Okay, Deborah, I'm sorry if I've missed the name. Sometimes I can be horrible with names unless I see them a few times. But thank you for supporting. I appreciate it. So when I heard a loud pop in my knee and went down, and after about an hour or two, we went to the ER to make sure nothing was broke. I knew they wouldn't do an MRI just because most ERs don't unless it's life-threatening. And I had already scheduled an appointment with my orthopedic doctor that did my knee surgery on the other knee in March because I'd had some stiffness go on and I was kind of concerned with what I was feeling. Well, after that pop, I was not able to walk at all. Could not put any weight on my foot. Luckily, I had a friend with a wheelchair because that's been how I've been getting around. And after seeing my doctor and an MRI, it was confirmed I have a tear in the meniscus that runs underneath the knee. Basically, it's the part of the meniscus that controls everything on the leg, upper and lower. I think is how he explained it, something to that effect. And there is a tear up under the kneecap. So I'm going in for surgery Wednesday. Because of the Christmas holiday, surgery times are limited. And I do not want to go into January. My husband is not normally here. He's been in Indiana. And so he happens to be here right now. And I have help. Otherwise, I'm not going to have anybody here to help me. And not only that, if we go into January, then we are having to start over with our deductibles. So we are kind of rushing this to get it done for many, many reasons, mainly so that I can move around because I'm pretty much bedridden or on the couch with my knee up. And then I have to kind of use the walker, but it's difficult, and the wheelchair. So that is what that fundraiser is for, is to just try to see if we can get some help on meeting that deductible that we have to pay this week. And any and all help is appreciated. Prayers are greatly appreciated. I need a fast recovery. I have a lot that I take care of, and I am just me. We have postponed our move. We were moving at the end of the year to Indiana, and that is postponed till end of March, first part of April. So that is where we are at, and that is why I've got that fundraiser there. That is why Dear Terms of Service has shared that. And so I normally keep all that kind of stuff off of this channel because this is a true crime channel, but it is me and it is what goes on in life. Hi, Dear Terms of Service. Thank you again for sharing, honey. And so all I know is I had 2 tears in the meniscus on the right knee, and this left knee hurts 3 times worse than that one ever did. And I can't walk on it. And I could walk on the other one, and I cannot on this one. And it was swole like crazy last night. I sent my mods pictures of it yesterday with the big old knot, and it just was insane with how painful it was yesterday. And so Again, thank you everybody for the prayers and well wishes and financial help and all of that. We greatly appreciate it. I've had some sent to my Cash App, so we are. Oh, let's see. Hold on, and I will tell you. We are $790 short on the so far on the is what's needed. So between what's been sent on, and that doesn't sound right, does it? Yep, that's right. I think. $667. Sorry, I will get it right here in a minute. It's absolute worst. Hope that she can help you. Thank you, dear terms of service. Yeah, and I have a high pain tolerance, y'all. I don't take pain meds mainly because they my body acts weird with them, so I'm really cautious about taking pain meds, and I haven't had any today, so I don't know why my words are backwards. Sorry. And the weekend that I heard it, I stayed on pain meds all weekend. It was that bad. And of course, I can't take any kind of anti-inflammatories, which do tend to help before surgery. So I can't do that at all. So I'm trying to be very cautious on pain meds. I don't like taking them. I don't like how I feel. My body acts stupid. One time it acts normal. The next time it's ridiculous with what it does. So I'm just very cautious. And, so I'm just got to figure this out, and it sucks to do it right before Christmas, which means my cooking abilities are going to be minimal. I'm going to be teaching my kids how to do mom's usual cooking. Be a different kind of Christmas. So that's okay. Christmas is about being with family anyways and making memories. And so if I have to sit in the chair and tell them how to cook, that'll work too. So a few updates. We have a few things on the Oxford school shooter and what's been going on. They all have court this week. Mom and Dad have court Tuesday, and he is going to be in court on Wednesday. I think it's on evidentiary kind of things. Let's see. It says exactly what. Yes, the frustration during the recovery process is very tiring. The last one was rough. He had told me that it would be a couple of weeks, and it was 6 months before I was walking normal. But he did move my kneecap over on the other one, so we'll see. He said this is going to be about the same. It's one tear instead of two, but I have less use in this one, so we'll see. I just know that it has to be done. So but yeah, Ethan Crumley has court on Wednesday. Mom and Dad have court Tuesday. Looks like it's over evidentiary kind of things, and see what's happening. Now, what did come this week that I found interesting was they did a search warrant on the artist. His name is, oh Lord, I hope I pronounce this right, Andrzej Sakura. He is the man that owned the warehouse where the parents were found. So they did do a search warrant of his home, and they're taking, looks like cell phones and tablets were listed in the search warrant, and they're basically wanting to double check those and make sure that the stories all line up. Now, he claims that he had called Jennifer on Friday or Thursday to see if they were okay, or the day of the shooting to see if they were okay. He called her, sent her a text. And he sent her a text to ask if she was okay and if they were safe, but he didn't, at the time, didn't know that their son was involved. He didn't get a response, but then she got back with him and said that she believed that charges were going to be coming at some point on Friday, according to her lawyer, and that she needed somewhere to avoid the press and the publicity that was going to come from the situation, and asked if they could stay there. And that's how that came about. Hi, Pizza Hut. So if that story matches up on all of their social devices, their cell phones and their tablets, then that will fit the story, and it won't be them running and hiding. I think if they were running, they would have been a whole hell of a lot farther than 40 minutes away. Uh, that just didn't sound right to me, but so we'll just kind of wait and see what comes from that. But there was a search warrant served, and they will be analyzing all of that stuff. So, hey, Angela, are you where you can share a link? Because I think you're the only one here. If you can you share your terms of service link? And you know what? I can go get the other link. Let's see. Hold on, guys. I'm getting links. Looks like, because I know that Angela is putting groceries away. Well, if I would hit the right button. Here is your terms of service link. They always have some really good information on the community. And I also want to drop this link because I want to talk about the Josh Duggar case real quick. And this Charlotte on the Web is who I recommend for information on this. She has been covering this pretty extensively. And so to get good details, I recommend her channel. Make sure it's popping up. Yep, there it is. But I don't know if anybody here has followed this at all. It has been popping up. It's been pretty heavy in the media this week. But Josh Duggar is part of 19 Kids and Counting. And he was charged with, let me get the right charges. He had molestation charges in 2004 and 2006 of a minor, which that's horrible. And then they found, wasn't it child pornography on his computer? I don't know. This isn't one that I follow a whole lot, but it definitely something that everybody's been talking about. In April of this last year, 2021, they arrested him on federal charges of receiving and possessing child pornography. And he was found guilty of all charges this week. So I guess they'll be coming up with penalty phase here soon. I did see something about them charging somebody with not protecting one of the children this week. Faces up to 20 years in federal prison and a fine up to $250,000 for each count. So that's pretty extensive. But I highly recommend going over to Charlotte's channel, and you will get a lot of good details on that case. Hi, Brooke. So now let's run over to so I had covered the Kendrick Lee case when it first happened, and have, been wanting to give you updates as we have them. There's not going to be a lot till they actually do something with the trial on this, but they did lay sweet little Kendrick to rest Friday. They had a very nice service for him and were able to tell him goodbye. And so my prayers are with that family. That is just an absolute horrific story. And now let's jump over to Scott Peterson. What's everybody's opinion on Scott Peterson? I always like to hear everybody's opinion on him because it kind of goes all over the place. Everybody is pretty much of the same opinion that he's a douchebag husband, but yeah, CDTUS, my opinion on him is that I honestly do not know that there was enough evidence for a guilty verdict. I don't know if he's guilty or innocent because there are times that it could be either way, but I do know that there was enough that wasn't used because Mark Garagos is an egotistical jerk. And when you have a witness that is a key eyewitness to what was seen in the boat and what wasn't seen in the boat, who has a vacation planned and says, I can cancel my vacation so I can be there for trial so you can call me, and you're told, nah, it's okay, we don't need your testimony, we'll be fine. And you don't use the testimony because you sent them on vacation, there's a problem with that. Horrible counsel. So, I mean, his death penalty was originally overturned. And what was it, 2012, 2015, something like that. And they were trying to decide whether or not they wanted to retry the case, what they were going to do. And so this week, the judge did come back and life in prison without the possibility of parole. The media played a huge role in influence, but he didn't help his image. I agree on not enough evidence, especially with the boat. Yeah, the media, this was another case where the media tried it before it was over. Was he a douchebag husband? Absolutely. He absolutely was a horrible husband. Did he want that baby? I have a feeling it kind of was going to put a crimp in his Playboy style. I have a feeling that he was probably realizing he was fixing to be more strapped than he wanted to be. I don't think there were enough things looked at, and I think there were a lot of suspicion of things that were going on that they really should have looked at with that case. I'd like to dig into it. I'd like to have a partner to do a deep dive on it because I think it's something, if you have somebody that's not guilty and somebody who's guilty and you talk off at each other with it, I think it could be a fun story to do. Well, DTOS with him, I kind of feel like a lot of his is coincidence. There's a lot of coincidental bullshit with his that kind of, it's like, dude, this doesn't look good for you. I am still confused on why. I mean, I get bleaching the hair because you're hiding from media, but were you hiding from media or were you hiding from police? Were you trying to change your looks because you didn't want to get caught and you were fixing to run, or did you change your looks because of the media? Which is possible because the media was all over him. So, who knows? But he is now out of death row and on. They moved him from San Quentin over to the regular prison for life without parole. So there is that. He was planning on speaking, and the judge refused to let him speak. So that I thought was interesting. I kind of would like to have heard him speak, even though my heart goes out to the Rocha family. I mean, in the end, they're having to relive this over and over again, and that's never fair. It's not okay, and it's heartbreaking. So my other little case listen to me. The other case that I have been following for the last almost 2 years is the Gannon Stout case. And you can bet when Letitia Stout has to go to court, it's never dull. Never dull, never boring. There's always something entertaining happening. And so she had court this week. And once again, refused to go. And her excuse this time was something about wouldn't get her medications. Right, he certainly didn't help the public perception on top of already biased media. But the video of the guys trying to throw a body out of that boat was very eye-opening. Yes, D2S, we had a small boat like that one time. And one person moving that boat, you're going over. I mean, it's not an easy boat. I would love to have somebody do that with me. I'm not going to get in a boat and get thrown into the water, but collab with that one, because I think that's one of those stories that does best with a collab kind of thing. So if anybody ever wants to do that with me, holler, we'll do it. Yes, T2S, they did. Her Google searches read like a diary. She just, I mean, the award goes to the craziest stepmom, Letitia Stalk. I'm just, the woman was nuts. Is she nuts in a truly insane way and doesn't know what she did? I mean, I'm kind of getting worried about this, because they are trying to do that, which the state mental hospital there is backed up. Like they have had to, they don't have the staff. And so she will be at the bottom of the list to even get in there, but they do want an evaluation done or another one on her. They've already had the one and she was found sane. The judge is ordering another one, but they are trying to say that she has a mental illness that occurred after the death. So I think they're going to try to get like the tampering evidence and the disposing of the body, all of those other charges thrown out for insanity reasons, and the evidence to not be used because of insanity reasons. Because they did say that it would be pertaining to after the murder, not the time of the murder. So I'm curious to where that's going to go. But the fact that she just didn't show up this time and nobody knew, everybody's like, she's just not here. And I mean, the judge told them, you will be here for the next one. I don't care how they have to get you here. If they have to hog tie you, you're coming. She has to give a 7-day notice, written notice to the courts of why she will not be there. And it has to be accepted and things like that. I mean, he's really putting it to her because she's really just making a mockery of the whole thing. She'd be very hard to defend. It comes down to just protecting civil rights at this point. Exactly. She, I've had Kirk Nurmi on here before, and I talked to him early last year, or probably February of last year, about the new documentary that had come out about, oh Lord, who was his defendant? Y'all, why am I forgetting names? I'm literally just forgetting names. Jodi Arias. Why did I forget her name? I don't know why I forgot her name. But I told him in that interview that Letitia Stalk reminds me of Jodi Arias. Just, how do you defend it? There's no way to defend this case. I mean, the same with the Daybell case. How do you defend these? It's pretty much a trying to save their life at this point, and that's what Kirk did with Jodi. He saved her life, which was his job at that point. You pretty much know the evidence is stacked against them for their guilt. There is no defense to even say they didn't do it, so you just have to try to save their life and keep them off death row. And that's what he did with Jodi. And with Letitia, it's going to be a lot of the same thing, as just trying to do the best they can on how to defend her in some form or fashion, but there's no, I mean, the stories have changed and the behavior is weird. The Google searches, the candle thing, the Eduardo, I mean, the thing is just weird. It's just weird. And that's a case I would love to go sit in the courtroom and dissect and listen to the whole thing and how it plays out, because the media, we're only getting bits and pieces of the media because she has been tried in the media before it gets there. But at the same time, these are bigger coincidences than a fishing license being bought at the wrong time or whatever. So it just, it's just a weird case. The fake lie detector. How does that get explained away? It just, yeah. How do you explain any of her case? I'm curious to see Harley get on the stand. I want to see what Harley has to say. Hi, Gigi. You're fine, hun. I want to see what Harley has to say on stand. I think she is going to be key in a lot of this. And so I'm really curious to see what she has to say. But yeah, the judge pretty much told her, you're not getting away from not showing up in court. Don't do this again. Whew. I think, was there any other cases? Had Kendrick's case. Not that one. I think that was really it for this week. I knew this wasn't going to be a long live. My focus level is not real great. And so if y'all will bear with me, I don't know when I will be back on. I'm going to take it very casually until I figure out what happens with surgery and how surgery is and how I am and how the recovery happens. I have to get this surgery done, and I have to. My husband will be here till the 1st, hopefully. And so we'll have a few weeks of kind of getting me settled and hopefully moving normal so that he can get back to work. And and basically we start our plans over on the move. But I guess at this point we will just plan to get started with some more cases after the 1st of the year. I had planned on talking Hopper Road with Angie, the cousin to the victim, but she has COVID, and then I hurt my knee, and so it was like, well, crap, I guess we'll wait. Thank you, DTUS. I really appreciate y'all's support. I really, really do. Y'all are really great. I may try and do, maybe I can get some things recorded and put up as I can, or go live and just look like a hot mess. Just going to kind of play it by ear. I don't want to make any plans for case talks, and then not be able to follow through. And that's what happened this week as it was. So, and that is, I don't like that. I don't like being that way. I like to do as I say, and not, if I'm going to say I'm going to do it, then that's what's going to happen. But, I know that Angie, when she's feeling better and I'm up to it, we're going to come on and talk about Curtis Francis and Jennifer Burgett and their unsolved murder, because it is very important. And, we want that case solved, and that family has become very near and dear to me. And, when you work with a family and they become like family, it's important. And I did want to say to those that do follow the channel and who have been around, thank y'all so much. I covered Harry Milligan a couple weeks ago with True Crime Analyst, and we have had multiple people comment on the videos, and we've got some details coming out. And I know that she just was on Alex's channel, and they discussed the case. So I don't know what they've gotten on there, but this little bitty channel has gotten quite a few hits and some replies and something. We're hoping some answers and steps forward for that family. I'm late. I am new here from Charlotte's channel. Hi, Jen. Welcome. I mentioned Charlotte a while ago in her coverage on the Duggar case. I was just giving a few updates and explaining what's going to be going on with me for the next couple weeks. It's insane. But 15 months, I'm catch up to speed. Okay. And so I was very excited and for Mark when we started getting the updates and some help from other people for Harry's case. And so that is really cool that even small channels make a difference. And so that kind of encouraged me to realize that growth happens as it happens, but it doesn't matter how big or small you are, you can make a difference. And I super excited for helping that family get some answers. I hope that I'm able to do that with the Francis family because they've become family, and 15 years is a long time to not have answers. Just like the, what is it with Harry's 34, 37 years. So we definitely want to get answers for families, and that's my goal. And that was just really exciting to find out that we had some people coming forward. It's just really cool. And so I will hope everybody has a very happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, however you want to say it, and a safe New Year. Be safe for the holidays, not only with COVID, but with being out on the roads. And for those that were hit in Kentucky area with the tornadoes, our hearts and prayers are with you. I hope you were all okay. I did message a few people that I know in that area to check on them. My last team members are in that area to make sure they were okay. And it's what a scary night that was for them. That is for sure. Let's see. I had a message. Let's see, what was this? I don't want to leave until Jen gets caught up. She would be trying to talk and we wouldn't be here. And let's hope there's no more crazy cases that pop up through the holidays that we need to talk about. You know. So, wait, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. My knee's throbbing. Oh, this knee is something else, guys. You know what? Take care of yourselves when you're younger. Take care of your bodies, because this is proof we go too hard when we're younger. Between sports and horses and my tomboy self, my knees are miserable, and it doesn't help with the weight. And of course, the doctor said until we get the knees better, there's no sense in even trying to do a lot of weight loss because it's impossible with what I have going on. I mean, I can't even put weight on it to walk 10 feet to the bathroom, let alone exercise. But take care of your bodies when you're young, because as you get older, just saying, I turned 49 Friday and I'm paying for it. I'm dearly paying for it now. Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to be real careful, DTOS, because of how bad it was. I knew the other one was bad, but I still could walk. I mean, I limped and I used a brace, but I can't even wear the brace on this one because of how it hurts. It is just downright miserable. And I've had 3 children natural with no medication, and this knee pain is worse. It's miserable. It's horrible. I wouldn't wish this on my enemy. And that's for real. Well, Gigi, I may be joining you doing that here soon. But get the knee taken care of. Gotta get the knee taken care of. So, alrighty, guys, I am going to hop off, and time to go ice the knee and try to find dinner. Yes, it is a super mindfuck. Big time. It's miserable. So, y'all have a good night and a good week. We're going into Christmas. I mean, we're 2 weeks out. Remember, what is important is your family, not the presents, not the money. It's family. And enjoy them. Enjoy every little minute. You never know when it's the last. The D2S, I hope I tagged y'all properly, so that, because I wanted to make sure, because y'all had shared my fundraiser, I wanted to make sure I had y'all tagged. And for your help, I appreciate it dearly. So, but if the tornadoes or any indication of, you never know when the last minute is, there are a lot of people in that area that weren't expecting to die that night. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate those prayers deeply. I really do. And so enjoy your family. Enjoy every minute. And and make sure to say I love you often. Say I love you often. They need it. And so anyways, guys, I am going to hop off of here. Have a good night. Thank you for joining. It was a very short live. Just wanted to talk a little bit of true crime and give updates on me and what's going on. Please watch the channel, support the channel all that you can. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I promise I will be back in the next couple weeks getting some shows done. I just have to get this knee taken care of. This knee is serious, and I got to get it taken care of because I can't focus. It's miserable. Anyways, good night, guys, and enjoy.